This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to the Nerd Corporation.
What's up, everybody? It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Nobody fucking knows what it means ever. It's fucking podcast day. How many times are we gonna fucking do this with you guys?
I don't know.
Jesus
Usually
Christ.
Derek's here with some quick...
Yeah, that's the problem. Is Derek usually?
Yeah, Derek's usually.
Derek usually is the one that's like with something super fucking stupid, like it's Cocoa Melon Day or something fucking stupid.
Nudity Magazine Day.
Yeah.
Nudity Magazine Day.
But like I said, it is podcast day. Welcome to episode 119, the Snyder Cut, the actual one.
My man.
We're going to be talking about the Justice League, the 4-hour spectacular. I thought it was great. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a very good redemption from the original cut. It definitely did its thing.
I gotta tell you, when it said "For Autumn" at the end of it,
Did you cry?
that it didn't make me cry, but it hurt, bro. It fucking hurt.
Yeah.
I forgot completely all about that because we mentioned it like before we'd all seen it. Like, oh yeah, it's for his daughter, right?
Yeah.
Or after his daughter died, or
Yeah.
whatever. And then I saw that, and I was just like,
That's why that Hallelujah song comes on too,
Oh no way.
because they both have a big attachment to that song. And it's one of the reasons he used it in Watchmen.
Okay.
Yeah, and so yeah.
Christ.
It's funny. I took my grandma to see The Watchmen
Okay.
completely because I didn't know about The Watchmen until the movie came out.
And so you sat there and watched two people bone in an owl airship
Right next to my grandmother.
with your grandmother.
Right next to her, and it's funny because we were leaving, and she was like, "Those people shouldn't have put that song in there. That song is for God."
oh, sweet summer child.
She's like, "That song is for God. Dude, they shouldn't have put that dick over there having sex with the song of God. That's not
I
appropriate."
have a kind of a similar story. That's just when you said that, it reminded me of it. So I was, I was coming back from Salt Lake, and I stopped at the gas station, so. The person I was with could run inside and grab something or whatever, and I'm sitting there, and it was in my old car, and I had this giant Lamb of God sticker on the side of my window, and I'm sitting there, and I look over, and this old lady's like wanting to say something to me in the car next to me, so I roll my window down, and she's like, "I really like your Lamb of God sticker," and I was like, "Word?" Like,
word?
I was like, "This old lady, this is a lamb." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much," and she's like, "Yeah, it's nice to see people following him too." And I was like, "Oh,
you mean the actual God,
You mean the big guy,
the Sky Daddy?"
Yeah.
Sky Daddy."
That's my favorite thing to come out of these Christian debates that we've been having.
Yeah.
Is God being referred to as Sky Daddy? Yeah, we're definitely gonna hit up the Snyder Cut and talk about how we felt about it and all that good stuff. But first, let's get on with the nerd news.
So, PlayStation, they're kind of dropping the ball, dude.
Yeah.
They're shutting down PS3 stores,
PSP and
PSP.
PS Vita.
So what the fuck? The PSP was still up?
I guess.
Dude, the Vita's been
I
out
don't
since...
even remember you being able to buy digital PSP games.
You could, but the thing is that you'd have to start the download in 2010 and be able to play the game in 2012. It took so long. Dude, I just remember buying a PSP and then I bought and downloaded Final Fantasy VII because you could play PS1 games on it.
Yeah.
So much time wasted just waiting for that fucking game to download. It was ridiculous. But what I don't understand is why PSP? Why is PSP still up and running? Like, even the Vita is still getting quite a bit of love, like, everywhere.
Yeah.
And PS3's, like, that's really strange.
I was thinking about buying one, but now if I, like, have to hunt down, like, physical games just, like, for every game that I want to play, I mean, I still might do it, but...
So, I in the long term, in the long scheme of things, Sony will eventually come out with something to play titles like that. When? I don't know, but this is just money on the table, waiting for, like, all they got to do is just find something out and find out a way to do it. With Vita titles, I have no idea. But PS3, I'm not worried about at all.
Yeah.
Because eventually they'll find some way to make it so you can play these games again.
Well, I mean, they'll just probably throw it on PlayStation Now or some shit like that.
PlayStation Now, or they'll re-release them. Like, I panic bought all 3 of the Resistance games. They're downstairs. And I know for a fact that Resistance is coming back somehow. Mm-hmm. I don't know how. I'm kind of more excited that it's in the PS5 era of things instead of the PS4 era, because now we can see, like, a lot of different upgrades when it comes to those games. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, man. This is really shitty. And what's crazy is that there was a bunch of developers still developing games for the Vita, and now they're like, hey, you can't anymore. Like, all this time and energy and money that was spent into making these games, and now they're just like, nah, we're not going to be able to make it so you can sell these games anymore. So, really shitty. Really, really shitty. But
it's not just you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I bought Outriders yesterday, and I haven't been able to play any of the games. It turns out that the whole server is down. Like,
oh.
So it's not
just... it's got instability issues. Like, I played it for a little bit earlier tonight when I got off work, and I didn't have any issues, but...
So what is this game?
The best thing that I can describe it is, like, a mixture between maybe, like, Gears and Destiny.
Yeah, it's like a Gears and Destiny had a baby, and it's People Can Fly.
Okay.
So you've got your cover system that you use a lot, like, a lot. Like, within the first 10 minutes of the game, it was like, holy shit, okay, there's a ton of enemies on screen. But then it's, on top of that, it's like a loot and shoot where you get weapons that are better. And
a looter shooter.
But I am thoroughly enjoying it.
All I remember is I saw people talking shit on Avengers being like, hey, there's 100,000 people playing this game on Steam on day one. And Avengers had like a 4-digit number.
Yeah.
On Steam, so, which is pretty wild.
Yeah. No, I played the prologue level, and from what I played, it's super pretty.
Really?
Super pretty.
What'd you go with?
Class. Devastator. Super pretty. The combat system, like the shooting system and stuff, it leaves a little to be desired.
Yeah.
But it's still super fun. Yeah, it's weird because usually I'm rolling my eyes at these kind of games, like looter shooters and things like that. Those things, not really my thing.
People Can Fly did Gears Judgment, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they know what they're doing when it comes to cover-based shooters.
And it's...
cool.
It's funny because...
this is a Square Enix game, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The one article that said that just hated this game was PC Mag.
Okay.
They're like, I spent an hour playing Outriders wondering when it would get good.
That's one of the articles I saw. Yeah.
And I was
like, when
like,
does it get good?
Within the first 20 minutes, I was like, okay, I'm sold.
Yeah.
GameRanks said that it's a slow burn.
Okay.
He said that, so I was watching one of the reviews before I bought the game or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I usually trust GameRanks because they have a like before you buy.
I like GameRanks. They're okay.
So they were doing a before you buy on Outriders, and they were like, yeah, it's a super slow burn, but once you actually start getting into like the meat and potatoes of the game, that it is fantastic.
Really? Okay. Speaking of Destiny, I bought the Legendary Edition on Steam.
Okay.
Kind of want to play it with people. I don't really want to play that game alone. So if you're down,
maybe I'll re-download it.
it's free to play.
Well, I have. It's also cross-platform, so I can play it on like anything.
Yeah, and you should get on it too. That'd be cool as fuck.
I'm down. I haven't played Destiny in a minute.
I've actually got a pretty decent character last time I played.
So when we were playing Warzone on the PC, could you hear me all the time? Because I could barely hear you.
That's weird.
You were like cutting out a ton.
It's weird.
Yeah, and that's another thing too is, so she's having mega problems with Warzone. Like, it won't even load. Like, it just goes black as soon as she starts the install. Like, as soon as she starts the app, it's just black and then just doesn't go anywhere. And then for me, runs flawlessly. Like, looks great. I don't think it's more than 60 frames, but it's great. It looks great at 60 frames. Like, the game looks really good.
I can usually hit around 80 to 90 if I'm lucky.
I haven't dicked with it at all. But it might actually be 120, but I'm not quite sure.
It's like an extra 50 gigs, but you can get like that high res.
Oh, that's right.
Texture pack.
So, but my problem is though, is I'm crashing like constantly. Like,
Really?
I'll play the game and it's running fine, and then like I'll go to the gulag and I'm just crashed.
Yeah, every time.
Dude, I was playing with Eddie. I'm surprised Eddie didn't just say, "Hey, go down to your PlayStation so we can play this game." Because I kept fucking crashing.
See, and I don't have Warzone installed. I've been playing just like
Black
Black
Ops,
Ops,
yeah.
but
There should be there's a patch coming up that's going to minimize the file sizes of
Warzone?
Warzone.
I hope so.
Yeah, like they said, anywhere between that they would drop down to like anywhere between 30 to 60 gigs.
Holy shit. Considering this game's like a 200 gigabyte game, I wonder what the fuck they're doing. Interesting.
But this patch is going to be huge, of course, because that's to lay down the groundwork or whatever. But yeah, 30 to 60 gigs.
Warzone, man.
What else is in the news?
I just a couple blurbs here. I haven't seen the article here, but we did get a new Black Widow trailer that shows off a little bit more Taskmaster.
Yes,
Which I'm excited for.
I saw that trailer, and that trailer looks so dope.
And then we got a Space Jam trailer, and it left me asking still, why? Like, am I watching Space Jam or am I watching fucking Ready Player 2? Like,
Yo, I was
fuck?
like, there's a lot of fucking weird cameos in this
like,
movie.
They've listed them all too on like websites. There's like fucking Pennywise is in it. Fucking like the Flintstones. Like, I get it that like Warner Brothers like owns all these characters, but you don't like. Why are you fucking putting them all in the movie?
Here's the problem with Space Jam: A New Legacy. LeBron. He's not nearly as likable as you can shit on Michael Jordan's fucking acting. Go ahead, I don't care. It's fine. He's a charming dude, and he was good.
Space Jam originally was not made with his acting in mind. They just were like, "Hey, he's the greatest basketball player ever right now.
We're gonna sell
ever."
a shit ton of shoes having this guy in this movie."
Well, that's the same shit for LeBron, though.
But LeBron is just so unlikable, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, but he's the one that everybody talks about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't just have fucking, I don't know, Steph Curry be the fucking Space Jam.
I would sooner see a Space Jam with fucking Andre Karolinko than LeBron James.
Yeah.
But there was one part in the trailer that I kind of went, I didn't necessarily chuckle. I just kind of did the whole...
Just that the little laughing huff.
When he, like, gets transported and he's like, what in the Matrix hell?
Yeah.
I was like...
And it's so lame now. Like, I just think it's lame because it's like, oh, it's in this server verse and all this shit. I'm like... If
Michael
it wasn't...
Jordan went through a golf hole.
Okay, but that's charming, though.
It's kind of... That's what I'm saying.
Cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But now it's like, we gotta fucking...
now it's the Goon Squad. It's not
The Monster
The
Squad.
Monstars.
The Monstars, that's right, yeah.
Not a drop of Wu-Tang in the fucking movie anyways, either. That's where I first heard Wu-Tang Clan.
They made
Jam, dude.
They made Lola Bunny look like a fucking trailer park mom.
Like she's going to Walmart.
Yeah.
Doesn't care.
Greatest. It's like one of the most tragic things to ever happen in human history, what they did to Lola Bunny, dude. Like, it's fucking stupid.
Bro, she didn't even have that much titty in the first place, though. Like, to be honest.
But you didn't need it.
You didn't even have. You didn't have to know what a furry was to just see her in the original.
It was
Space
them
Jam and
thighs.
go,
It was
wow.
that. It was that ass. It was them shorts.
Yeah, she was.
Even her face. God damn it, Warner Bros. You fucked me up for life, dude. Lola Bunny, bro. Lola Bunny.
Lola Bunny.
Lola Bunny.
Not Snyder. Suicide Squad 2
Yeah.
looks
dude.
fucking great.
I really do think that's going to be a very, very good remake. Like, it's going to be a redemption.
Just the tone. Everything looks great from this movie.
And it's a star-studded cast. I mean, you got Idris Elba, John Cena, Pete Davidson. Who else do we have in there? Of course, Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Viola Davis. Who I don't care. As long as Viola Davis stays Amanda Waller, I'm fine watching any Suicide Squad. Because it's so funny because, like, when you look at these characters, for me anyways, in the comics, like, I always thought about people who I would want them to be as far as, like, movies. And I've only gotten a few right?
Yeah.
Like, I always wanted Sam Jackson to be Nick Fury.
Yeah, okay.
I always wanted Viola Davis to be Amanda Waller.
Okay.
Right? And I don't know. I think this one's going to be very different. It's going to be a little more lighthearted, a little better. People are really complaining about King Shark.
They're complaining? I've seen nothing but, like, like King Shark. King Shark. Not Killer Shark. It's King Shark. Like, we fucking love this guy. Yeah.
Like, people are saying that he looks more dumbed down or whatever.
Dumbed down?
Yeah, he looks like more,
Hand.
yeah.
Dude, I laugh every time. He's like...
But, like, that because, I mean, in the original Suicide Squad, he was just this, like, hulking muscle mound. And he was...
Like, do you remember that show Street Sharks?
Yeah.
He
looked
love
like
Street Shark.
That's what he looked like.
He
dude.
looked like a street shark.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
but, like, in this one... like
He's got Hawaiian shorts on. What do you fucking mean, dumbed down?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, like he's a dad on vacation.
Right.
And he says num num before he eats someone. Like, what do you... Okay. Whatever. Looks great. Pete Davidson aside, it looks great.
Pete Davidson aside. Hi.
Fuck Pete Davidson. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Pete Davidson hate. He'll die with you.
You're making a lot of noise with your...
All right, on to the subject of the hour.
Schneider cut.
So we're going to break it down into 6 parts. I'm going to be reading synopses from movieweb.com. I'll read the synopsis and then we can talk about it.
So, starting off, first opinions. It's too long.
Is it?
It's too long. So, I originally didn't think that it was going to be a problem for me, but... And I understand where he's coming from. That and the ratio is fucking stupid. You can call it like artistic all you want. Like his original artistic vision. It's fucking stupid. To give me widescreen, give me full screen. Stop. Just stop.
Oh, because it was in 4:3. Yeah.
Stop it.
Right from the beginning. This movie will be shown in this to...
What did you say? Zack Snyder's already up his own ass?
Yeah, like this movie's already up its own ass.
Just stop. What? Like, what's the point here, dude?
I
Like,
didn't
and
know
honestly, it just you start off on a bad note when you do shit like this, and it just doesn't make any sense to me.
I honestly didn't notice it. Like, I didn't really...
Eventually, I got fine with it, but still, you got 2 giant black bars on each side of the screen, and it was just annoying.
Like you're trying to play an old console on a 4K TV, you know? It won't
I'm
quite
trying
fill out.
to play GameCube again.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't notice. Like, it really didn't bother me much.
Well, you're also an artist, and you're up your own ass. So
It's very true.
yes, you're so far up your own
I
ass.
am incredibly up my own rectum. It's true.
How's it smell?
Like success.
Roses and success.
Roses, success.
Yeah, I just think that brevity is something that is lacking from this movie. Like, I don't want to say we didn't need it, because I feel like everything was this cohesive package. But at the same time, I'm like, 4 hours of my life went into this movie. And I don't know. It could just be a nitpick, but I just thought, like...
If I would have been able to, I would have done it all in one sitting, but, like...
I did do it all in
I
one
wouldn't start watching it until later at night, and then I'm like, fuck, I gotta work tomorrow.
I watched the first 3 hours, and then I was like...
I split it up into parts, but... Yeah, I did watch 3 Marvel movies back to back, so I definitely could have handled it.
You could watch. I watched all of Phase 1 in one sitting. Nothing hurts me. You know?
How many movies is that?
7.
How did you...
That's 14
That's 14
hours.
hours.
I started in the morning.
There's not even that much time in a day.
It really is.
There is. It's mathematically proven.
I don't know about that.
It's 10 shy of a full day.
Nick turned into a conservative. I don't know. I don't think about
It's
that.
fake news.
Where's the news? Or
Where's the proof? And don't show me no liberal biased media about it.
CNN? Come on, guy. Come on.
What does Fox News have to say about it?
It said so in the Bible. It's not true.
Jesus said.
I honestly, okay, so there were moments where pacing was off for me. There were some of the CGI was not very believable for me.
Like what?
Steppenwolf.
He's fucking weird looking. Like, and which sucks because I actually liked him as a character. I thought he was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, he looked
the way
weirder.
he takes out those fucking Amazonians in the first part of the movie is fucking cool as hell.
Yeah.
He's like covered in arrows and he just like drops his axe and then grabs all the fucking ropes and just fucking yeets all these horses.
Doesn't he like Hulk the arrows out of his
Yeah.
body, too?
He's cool as fuck. His face is stupid.
Yeah.
But this is the improvement
Yeah.
from.
So what did he look like before?
I'll show you. I will show you.
That's one thing too.
I just hear Steppenwolf and I think of that fucking song.
It's a stupid name too. Oh. Oh, Christ.
Let me see it again. I can't remember.
That's a dude. It looks like
yeah.
a dude.
That's what Steppenwolf.
You know what his face look? His face looks like Brainiac from Injustice 2.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know. And his armor was lame
Yeah,
too.
see, look at the original versus the Snyder cut.
Oh, good lord.
Oh,
Yeah, I needed that.
So I mean,
Steppenwolf.
it was definitely a Steppenwolf's armor.
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf.
Stephen Wolf.
Steven.
Stephanie Wolf.
Steppenwolf's. He was definitely an upgrade from the original cut, but I think there was just a lot of CG going on with his armor that
it's like the armor is like alive,
tinkling and moving around and shit. And
I can see that.
I mean, it was fine. You know, it was better than the original. So
Yeah.
I didn't really care much. I didn't really care much to do that.
And one thing I want to delineate is the Snyder cut, more of like the Snyder cut and the Whedon cut.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know like what's different between the two. Like everything that's different between the two. Because there's a couple of things in the movie where I'm like... Because the original was PG-13, right? Mm-hmm. And then this one's rated R. So did they just like digitally add blood and everything?
Yeah, they they added blood. They added a few more fucks. They added, just...
So the part when Wonder Woman cuts his fucking head off, is that new?
No, that was in there.
That was in the cut and Darkseid stepping on his fucking head?
I think so.
So Darkseid was in the original cut.
No, Darkseid wasn't in the original cut, actually, no. because Steppenwolf was the one. Like
Steppenwolf was the guy.
Yeah, he was the big.
And I feel like I got denied a nut, not having Darkseid in this movie more.
That's the one thing that I have a gripe with is like, Darkseid is in this. Oh yeah, when?
And like, and like, what is he? Is he like the DC Universe's Thanos or something?
Yeah, he's the. He's big bad. He's one of the big bads.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't say he's the Thanos. He's more the Apocalypse.
Okay.
Of
he's a bad dude.
Yeah, he's just a big bad dude. You know.
Like, are we talking like Superman levels of strength?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, him and Superman get down.
Okay.
Like it's one of those big story arcs and shit.
Okay.
You kind of saw towards the end of the movie when it showed, like when I think it was when Flash was trying to go back in time, and it showed like Darkseid just fucking killing everybody.
Yeah.
And you saw his laser, like he's got this laser that like
it bounces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Act 1.
Yeah.
Don't count on us, Batman, or some shit.
Don't count on it, Batman.
Don't count on us, Batman. Fuck you, Batman. We're not doing this.
What Justice League?
What Justice League? Dude, picture Debo. What Justice League? In Steppenwolf's armor.
Should make that.
That's a good meme, dude. That's a good meme.
All right, so part 1. Once again, big shout out to MovieWeb.com for providing this information. The introductory part has been titled Don't Count on It, Batman, which is pretty self-explanatory. The part with Ben Affleck's Batman searching for the superheroes, starting with Aquaman, was partly included in the theatrical cut of Justice League. Some of it was from the original footage Snyder shot when the production was under his control. The first chapter will explore Bruce Wayne reaching out to those heroes to group them together against something he, quote, saw in a premonition. But Batman will probably be shown the door by all of them. Batman, who was filled with a new hope for kindness and good in the world after Superman's sacrifice, will be facing a stressful situation where he'll have to prepare for the coming threat, but will find no help from anyone. In the theatrical cut, this part was reduced to atoms. However, since Zack Snyder's Justice League is pretty long, we get a deeper look into his nerve-wracked state, where he tries to assemble a disoriented team only for the impending threat of Steppenwolf to reach him before he can prepare for it. So yeah, this is the part where he goes to, I believe, Finland. Or
I want to say Iceland, maybe, but it's some land.
Yeah,
it's a land out there.
A fisherman land.
Yeah. And this is where he meets Arthur Curry, and the Aquaman, right?
I think he calls him the Aquaman.
Yeah, he does. He calls him the Aquaman. I loved this part of it because yes, it was a little longer. It gave a little more meat to what Aquaman was doing there, because it wasn't really quite clear. So, he's there to give people help and help them with food and all that.
Because isn't it just in the original cut, he just shows up to talk to him, and you're just like,
yeah,
wait, where is this place?
Yeah,
like, what's the context?
And he gives him that god awful line. I heard you can talk to fish.
Yeah.
Doesn't he make fun of him? He's like, you really dress like a bat.
Yeah. So I mean, and you see them, and you see them hashing it out. You see them talking about it, and he tells him, he's like, yeah, you dress like a bat. He's like, you worked for 20 years in Gotham.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that shithole. And he's talking
that
about
shithole country.
He talks about how he's assembling a team, and how he's trying to, save the Earth from this impending doom. And he's just like, Aquaman's like, I don't fight on teams, bro. Like, I don't work well with others.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Superman? And he's like, yeah, he died by my side. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And he's like, my point exact.
Yeah.
And then he takes off in the water while being serenaded by these lovely foreign ladies.
Yeah, I thought that part was weird.
It was super weird.
I was like, that's fucking weird.
It's like they treat him like their god or something.
Yeah.
So it was, it was pretty crazy. What else happens? Is that the introduction to the Flash?
No, that's like almost an hour in.
Is it?
Yeah. That's like the third part. Isn't before all that? Isn't the Mother Cube announced or shown and everything?
Right.
Isn't the movie? The movie starts with the death of Superman, where it's like a slow motion shot. Which there's a lot of slow motion in this movie.
Oh, so much.
It's like what? It's like 40% of it or something.
Right. Yeah. Like a good hour of it can, like, if you put them all together.
There was I'll look it up because there was a percentage that was given out. Let's see.
And some of it like makes sense, and another thing that I thought was really funny is that every time Wonder Woman does something like action wise, it plays her fucking song.
Yeah.
Oh, and that song slaps, dude.
Oh no, that song slaps. I just thought it was funny because it's like, like it's
Like whenever she shows up on screen and it's like,
and I'll tell you right now, I'm a Gal Gadot fan now.
Oh, bro.
She's pretty fucking fine, dude.
Gadot.
Gadot? Mm-hmm. It's not Gadot.
It's Gadot.
she is not French.
She's Gadot. She says it. That's the way she said.
Okay.
Gal Gadot.
She can call herself whatever she wants.
Bro, only the devil and I know the horrible things that I would do to that woman.
24 minutes and 7 seconds of slow-mo.
Oh my god.
So it's not as much as I thought, but
It worked as a joke.
10%.
10%.
There's
Of
like
a
85% of the movie
of
or
a
something like
4-hour movie, which is a lot. Yeah, because the Mother Cube is shown, and then there's the fight with Steppenwolf and the Amazonians.
right. So yeah, okay.
So that happens before we go meet Aquaman.
That's
doesn't it?
right. That's right. So yeah, before you see Steppenwolf retrieving the mother box from Themyscira, he's prompting Hippolyta to warn Diana or whatever because he's coming to the other mother boxes or whatever. And the whole story of that is so damn cool because you get to see Zeus and Ares.
Oh my god, I know.
And you get to see lanterns. All those things weren't in the first one.
Oh.
Like, just the whole story of how the mother boxes came to be in the possession.
I peed a little when I saw the lantern.
Oh my god, dude.
I thought it was cool how he like cuts the guy's hand off. And, like, the hand lands, and then the ring, like, slowly comes off.
Yeah.
And it's, like, flying. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
It kind of just, like, you see, like, all these other heroes and, like, cameos, and you just go, oh, fuck, dude. Why can't there be anything more done with this, you know? And because at this point, it's just, like, this was, like, a one and done for the Snyderverse. Like,
Yeah.
just, like, why, dude? You could make so much more better stuff.
Well, and that's a fucking cool part, too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Interesting.
And so we get to part 2, Age of Heroes. The second chapter deals with not just the present heroes uniting to form a new age Earth's defenders, but also about the previous invasion of the planet by Darkseid and his forces of parademons from Apocalypse. That's the planet the Darkseid is from.
Apocalypse?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it's spelled like APOKOL.
The cool way to spell apocalypse.
Yeah.
The edgelord.
The edgy way.
Yeah.
And this part was mostly removed and partly replaced with Steppenwolf in place of Darkseid in the theatrical cut.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Age of Heroes would take us back in time and would be the first glimpse of Ray Porter's Uxas. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Who at the time would have taken up the name Darkseid.
Okay.
And his fight against the combined forces of men, Amazons, Atlanteans, Lanterns, and others.
Okay.
And Movie Web says that Zack is known for telling non-linear stories. The Age of Heroes could be one such storyline. It may go back and forth in time to depict the two different team-ups of heroes against evil. It's possible it culminates with the heroes' first battle against Steppenwolf. In the theatrical cut, Joss Whedon made drastic changes to the sequence, toned down the brutal action, and added some unnecessary jokes for Ezra Miller to further destroy the scene's importance.
Very unnecessary.
Yeah,
Like,
Zack's vision is definitely more action-packed than maybe and written differently than we saw earlier. Yeah, so it tells the story. We see that at this point the Amazons have lit the torch, the warning torch that hadn't been lit in like
5,000 years.
beacon of Gondor is lit.
Yeah, litten.
Has not been lit.
Yeah, I said litten.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That's a Pokemon.
That's a Pokemon.
That is a Pokemon. It hasn't been lit.
The Mascara calls for aid. The beacon is lit.
Litten.
And so that's when we see Diana visiting Bruce, and Bruce is, doing his thing, and he's like, yeah, there's some shit happening, and she's like, it isn't happening. Or he said there's some shit about to happen, and she's like, well, it isn't about to happen. It's happening.
It is happening, yeah.
And he's like, I'm trying to put together a team. I found some people. I tried to, go through and find them all, and he told her about, like, he's showing her footage of Aquaman, and he's like, oh, an Atlantean,
Yeah.
Their people have been fighting for years or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, well, what did he say? He's like, well, yes, no. He's like, well, more yes or more no. Yeah. He's like, he said no.
Yeah.
like, and that's one of the things I love about this cut too, is that in the theatrical cut there was like almost this romantic storyline between Bruce and Diana.
The fuck?
Yeah, and it just wasn't.
It didn't jive well.
It did.
Oh, one thing that we didn't talk about that I kind of want to make fun of. So, Wonder Woman is like the first hero to show up in the entire movie because of this little terrorist attack that's happening in, like, what is it, like England or something?
Yeah.
And
I loved that part. Like,
oh my God. I'm gonna make fun of it a little bit.
I'm gonna dash my dreams here
a little bit. So when the guy I was like, this is fucking dark, because so she takes the bomb, right? The bomb that it's about to blow up, right? Mm-hmm. She takes it, she flies up, more slow motion, chucks the bomb, blows up, and he's like, all right, whatever. And then he like points his gun's out of ammo, so he goes over to a dead guy and picks up his fucking assault rifle, and he's about to just start murderously fucking killing all these civilians, right? And then she comes down and she starts blocking bullets with her arm cuffs, right? The little dance that she does when he goes to fully automatic, and she's like, ting, 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 and she's I just thought it was fucking funny, because she's like breakdancing on the ground, dude. And the part that made me like actually laugh out loud is when she's all done, right? It's like she defeated the bad man, and the little girl's on the ground, and she's like, I want to be just like you when you grow up.
You can be anything you want.
I wanted her so badly to be like, well, you can't, bitch, because I'm an Amazonian. I just thought it was I just thought it was stupid.
It was, and in the theatrical cut, all of those moments were super slow-mo.
Super slow-mo.
Like she would, like, it was yeah, like, so when she started coming in, it would just be like ting, ting, ting.
Okay.
Rush.
Yeah.
Ting, ting, ting. Slap, hit, sweep. Come back. Like, it was just like this, like, back and forth of slow-mo nonsense.
Okay.
And so it was all, like, super fast in this.
So the scene is better.
Oh, yeah. The scene is better. Things are...
And that's just me being a douche.
No, I just thought it was...
It's not an actual criticism.
I just loved how... Like, she just got that much fucking action, like, in that one scene.
Yeah. No, it was definitely cool. And my grandmother with dementia really loved it too.
So the third chapter is Beloved Mother, Beloved Son. And this is just like the whole like Superman art. We also I believe this is also Cyborg's story. And that was one of the things that was really missing out of this was Cyborg's story.
Yeah, he had nothing.
So I'm conflicted with Cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
So this is comic book, like this is his actual thing, right? Like his dad is this big to-do scientist. He was a football player. Like this is all stuff that comes from the comics, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So lukewarm on Cyborg because I just feel like it just didn't work for me personally.
He was the only Titan to come out of the tower.
That's right. Yeah. that's my only history with Cyborg too is just the Cartoon Network Teen Titans show.
I love Teen Titans. It's such a good show.
Very long. I'm conflicted with him because it seems like this needed to happen. Mm-hmm. Like this whole backstory with him needed to happen. It just feels displaced. It feels like it shouldn't belong in the movie. Like it feels because like it's a long amount of time that we spend with him and finding out everything. Isn't it like it's like 30 to 45 minutes where we're with him learning everything that he needs to know. Like
right.
Dude, that's almost half of his own movie. And granted, you know, it's just a pacing problem. Because I feel like we're doing all this crazy shit, and then it's like, now we're going to tell you the story of Cyborg. You know what I mean? And it goes on for a while. You know, and it works for this huge movie, but in terms of like pacing and everything, it kind of jars everying. Like it's jarring.
It kind of slows everything down. It does.
And while I liked finding out about him because like I said, I loved him in Teen Titans. He's a great character. And this whole idea, like, so when he's in the car accident with his mom, and then he's in the hospital, and his dad comes to visit him in the hospital, he's only missing his arm.
Right, but then,
so what the fuck happened to the rest of his body?
It just got mangled in the accident.
But he has it.
Oh, right, like just like that part. Yeah. So what it's really supposed to be is that part. It's just supposed to be like the middle of the torso up. And his arm and his head, right?
Yeah. But
for some reason, I don't know, they decided they just wanted to use his skull. Because even when Superman comes back, you see that he like X-rays everybody, and it's all but a skull.
Okay.
But he is supposed to be just like torso, arm, and head.
Okay.
So that was probably just a decision on the movie's part.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really dig his design either. Like he's just super mechanical, very shiny. Mm-hmm. And, like, I don't know. It just could have been toned down a little bit in terms of, like, the flashiness. Because he looks like Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
And there's so much fucking CGI in this one character alone where I'm like, it's... And again, just a personal thing. It just doesn't really work for me. And then, like, his edginess kind of... Like, And again, I'm just, like... I'm basing him off my preconceived notion. And I feel like he could have been... You know, with the backstory of him tragically losing his mother and having a neglectful father and losing more than, 80% of his body, he could have been the comedic relief. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could have been like, and don't take this the wrong way, he could have been the black guy of the movie. He was, technically.
Right.
He was technically the black guy of the movie. But he could have been a little more quippy. But instead they went edgy with him, where he's like, I fucking hate my dad, and then his dad dies, and he's like, I fucking love my dad, and it's like,
yeah. So I'm reading his origin because I thought that really was the origin of him in the comics, but so listen to this. Victor Stone, and this is Wikipedia. Victor Stone is the son of Silas Stone and Eleanor Stone, scientists who used him as a test subject for various intelligent enhancement projects. While these treatments are ultimately successful and Victor's IQ subsequently grows to genius levels, he grows to resent his treatment. Victor strikes up a friendship with Ron Evers, a young miscreant who leads him into trouble with the law. This is the beginning of a struggle in which Victor strives for independence, engaging in pursuits of which his parents disapprove, such as athletics and abandoning his studies. Victor's association with underage criminals leads him down a dark path which he is often injured, but still lives a normal life in which he is able to make his own decisions. However, this rebellious path does not bury Victor's conscience, considering that he refuses to participate in Evers' grandiose plans of radically motivated terrorism. Victor's situation changes radically when he visits his parents' lab where experiments and interdimensional access are done. At the moment of his entry, an aggressive, gelatinous creature was accidentally pulled through, and Victor's mother is killed by it, then turned on Victor, and he was severely injured by its attack before his father was able to send it back to its native dimension.
Why didn't we get an aggressive, gelatinous creature?
Right? With his wife dead and his son mutilated, unconscious and near death from the incident, Silas is driven to take advantage of prototype medical prosthetic research he has access to in order to treat Victor. Unfortunately, Victor only regains consciousness after the extensive artificial limbs and implants were installed in his body without his consent. Victor was horrified at the discovery of the metallic components, which involved most of his left side of his head and face, and raged that he would rather have died than be such a victim to his father's manipulations. Although his bitterness remained for some time, Victor eventually calmed down enough to successfully adjust to his implants physically. He found himself rejected by the public because of his implants, including his girlfriend, who would later thoughtlessly blurt out that she would prefer he had died. She would prefer he had died instead of being in that state.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
Who also blurted out that she also had implants.
Right. However, Victor's conscience was unbowed, as evidenced by the fact that when Evers tried to manipulate him into participating in a terrorist attack on the United Nations, Victor decided to equip himself with his weaponized attachments and stop him on top of the United Nations headquarters.
See, that's a movie. That's a movie.
My whole thing with Cyborg is that he was... You look at this picture, and he's got, human parts to him, but he was... That's it. That's skin and not like...
Yeah.
Okay.
Skin.
So, yeah, in the movie, he was, like, almost entirely a robot.
Yeah,
like,
except for his skull.
And, I mean, that's just... I mean, technically that's a cyborg, but that's not what he was.
And so, and therein lies the problem with this movie and the benefit of Marvel movies. Is because Marvel had years upon years upon years of individual movies that built this crescendo up to these amazing movies with the Avengers, where everything it was just this amazing level of cohesion where everything went really well. But instead, we're giving you a 45-minute part of a 4-hour-long movie to tell you about a crucial fucking character.
Yeah.
Do you see the problem?
Yeah, no, it definitely is a problem. So, I don't like the way that this episode is going. I say we just free talk the rest of it without having to read.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
because I don't want to, I feel like this is kind of just...
I thought you were about to say, let's just end it here.
No.
We'll start fresh next week.
Yeah, no, this just the way that I'm reading it. These are the synopses that I'm reading. They're from before the movie was released, so it's a lot of like speculation and a lot of just so.
What do you think Cyborg will look like?
Yeah, but so I mean, one of my favorite things about the movie was the introduction of the Flash. I feel like the Flash was very well thought out as far as his personality is, as far as how he manipulates the Speed Force.
He is the comedic relief.
He is definitely the comedic, which he should be, because Barry Allen is the quippy. Barry Allen is the
Spider-Man, basically.
Yeah. The Flash is pretty much the Spider-Man of the, balancing the two lives, the girlfriend, the job.
Speaking of Spider-Man, I noticed that there were a lot of Sam Raimi Spider-Man characters returning. And
J.K. Simmons, Willem Dafoe. Every time Willem Dafoe was on screen, you know I had to say it.
Mm-hmm.
You know I had to say it. We can rule this city. We can rule this city, Spider-Man!
You have to do the Spider-Man.
Spider-Man!
Oh no, Toby Maguire is all but confirmed.
My man.
Toby Maguire is all but confirmed.
My man.
You know? Way to go for making one good movie and two okay ones.
I fucking hate you.
Do we have to play the music again?
I'll do it.
Anyway, so yeah, he's definitely the Spider-Man comparison in these.
My favorite part with him, which I don't like him. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like him in the movie. Again, personal preference. He just doesn't work for me. He's not funny. He's just like his little quips and everything. It just doesn't. He's just kind of annoying to me. But I did really like the part where he picks the glizzy out of midair and he's like, "I'm put that in my pocket."
Right.
Great meme. Great possibilities for meme.
And the great part about his introduction in this one, we didn't get an introduction with him.
So he just shows up in the movie.
No, we start off with Bruce Wayne at his house. Like that's where it starts off.
With him doing like throwing the
like
battering.
That whole scene. That's a
No, we got him in the pet store.
no. Well, not in the theatrical version.
Oh, okay. You're going theatrical.
Ben
Yeah.
Affleck as Nick Fury.
Right. And yeah. So we don't get any of the pet store scene.
That's all new. Him
That's-
like touching the glass that Derek has a problem with and,
Yeah.
and all that shit. God damn it, Derek. Why are you not here? I know you're listening to this, motherfucker. Why are you not here? I wanted to make fun of you this entire episode because I know you got problems with this movie, so I wanted to make fun of you.
And then we get to see Iris West Allen, who they don't go off and say that that's Iris, but we know that's
It's the
Iris.
chick that he saves?
That's the love of his life. That's
really?
That's his Mary Jane.
Like,
that's his Gwen Stacy.
So, but why show that if you're not going to introduce her?
At first, I was like, "There's no context here," but then I thought about it some more, and I was like, "It's kind of like a little like hidden, not an Easter egg, but like a little like just a hidden
like,
nod,
haha.
like, hey, check this bitch out. You know who that is, right? And if you don't, then
Go fuck yourself.
go fuck yourself."
I did.
Yeah.
But the reason they're not doing that is because they're setting it up for the Ezra Miller solo project.
And that is confirmed to be happening.
That is confirmed to be happening.
Okay.
So, and it's going to be following one of my favorite storylines, which is called Flashpoint.
Okay.
And so in Flashpoint, the Flash goes back in time to save his mother from dying because she is killed
Okay.
as a child. So he saves his mother from dying, but he screws up the timeline in such a way
Yeah.
where you see all these different iterations of our heroes. Like
Okay.
so in the Flashpoint timeline,
Batman is gay.
Batman isn't even Bruce Wayne.
Oh, really?
It's
Okay.
Thomas Wayne, his father, and
No
Bruce,
fucking way.
and Bruce is the one that dies in the alley.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's cool as fuck.
His mother,
Yeah.
Martha Wayne, becomes the Joker.
No. That's even cooler, dude.
Yeah.
What? That's fucking dope.
You know, and it's little things like that. Aquaman and Wonder Woman, the war with the Atlanteans and the Amazons never ended. So they're
So they're just at
they're
each
just
other's
fine.
throats.
Yep.
I just remembered, and I don't know if there's a way you can like insert this into like the news section if I say it, like in editing, like in post, as they say.
Yeah.
But I did read that the Batman is confirmed to be on Earth 2.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's new. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Brightburn?
Oh yeah.
Is it good?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really good.
We might watch that.
Watch
It's fucking good.
It's way good.
It's been on my watch list for a while, but I never heard if it was good or not.
Another cool thing about Thomas Wayne Batman is that he uses guns.
No, what? He kills motherfuckers?
He kills.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, y'all killed my kid?
But he's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
I
he
thought,
dresses up like as the bat and everything.
He
Cal and
black, gray cape cowl.
But that was Bruce's fear, was bats.
There's a great.
Don't argue.
I'm not
Just
arguing.
kidding.
I'm
There's-
speculating.
Don't speculate.
There's a great animated movie called Justice League Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Let's watch that.
I'm
Yeah.
down. I'm down as fuck.
I love.
But you fucking nailed it, though. His fear, it's Bruce's fear of bats.
Well,
Well,
I'm the cynic of the group. Okay, when
Well-
Derek's not here.
I know. I'm giving you props here.
Okay,
dummy. That was
so-
fucking.
No. I'm gassing myself up. Now, okay, let
So-
me gas myself up.
so in different versions of Batman, the bat isn't a fear at all.
Okay.
So in some versions, the origin story is just he happens upon the cave and a bunch of bats fall, and that's it. That's like the idea for the
You had
Batman.
an idea.
Right. So,
I love like the multiverse idea that like so many different
Which is so sad because like the fruit is there for these motherfuckers to make great movies just like Marvel.
yeah.
It's there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No one's doing it.
See, the thing is, though,
Except for
is
Christopher Nolan.
DC doesn't, and we've had this conversation many times on the podcast, but I'll go back and say that their live action movies are hit and miss, but like
They're
when
animated
you look at
movies.
the animated
Yeah.
DCU, it fucking hits the nail on the head.
So that was actually one thing I wanted to talk to you about because I was kind of confused when it was happening in the movie. So Flash has fucking time travel abilities.
He does. He has
He
the
can go so fast that he goes back in time.
which is how he went back in time to save his mother in the Flashpoint scene.
Yeah.
So he
So
has
how the fuck?
he has the ability to manipulate time, but every time he manipulates it, it's always like severe
drastic. Yeah.
fear, catastrophic repercussions.
Like, you saw what happened to him at the end of the movie, like,
Yeah.
but that was probably, I guess, because he got clocked one.
Right. And so
I just was confused when it was happening in this movie because like
it only happened twice. So it happened once during the Mother Box.
yeah.
And in the theatrical version, the Mother Box, he just makes it. Like, he just makes it to the Mother Box as it touches, and that's it.
Okay.
But in this release, the Mother Box hits the water, and so he's running so fast that he was able to lift it off.
Okay. Okay. Now I know what you're talking
You know,
about.
like a split second of me had decided maybe I should go back and watch the theatrical just to compare the two. And then I was like, no.
And
No.
you know, but I honestly think that this movie was just a lot. Yeah, it was just a lot more depth to these two characters.
Yeah.
And Cyborg is a super slow burn, and that's where the pacing went a little off.
And
But-
again, it's not like... Because I know what this is for, and it serves its purpose. It serves its purpose to fulfill the need for a better movie when the original was so bad.
right.
So, I'm not saying, like, the movie needed to be Oscar-worthy. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like, why didn't we have this? Like, the writing was on the wall with this shit.
Right.
Like, we could have had a Cyborg movie that was fucking great with all these ideas that they're already doing. You know, in a way that, like, why Wonder Woman, not 1984 or whatever it's called, you know, why the original of that movie is so good. Like, why didn't we get an original Ben Affleck Batman?
Right.
Set up this character. We got it with Superman, and that's why I feel like Superman works in these movies. Because I fucking hate Superman. I don't know if I've ever gone on podcast. I fucking hate Superman.
Well, he's OP.
He's so boring. But there's something about the way that Cavill portrays Superman that is good. Is really good. Dude, that fucking trailer for Superman Returns, you know the one I'm talking about, right?
with Brandon Routh.
I don't know, but it's the trailer for Superman Returns. It's the first movie with Henry Cavill playing Superman.
That's Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. It's Zack Snyder's movie, right? I keep saying Schneider.
Zack Snyder's remaking the Justice League.
Rob Schneider.
That trailer is fucking killer. The one that has like the ocean and everything. You know what and then it has like that operatic music behind it.
Yeah.
That is a better trailer than the entirety of that movie.
It's true.
That's a great fucking trailer.
It's true. And I give Cavill his due. Cavill is in my top 3 Superman.
I just don't understand like kind of what's going on. Why is he evil?
So
Out of nowhere.
So he was killed in Batman versus Superman.
Because, and if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a long time since I saw that fucking stupid movie. But the reason why they're fighting is because Superman's kind of fucking up, right? Like, there's like collateral damages happening all over the place.
Yeah, because him and Doomsday are
Superman and Doomsday have been like they're fighting in the very beginning of the movie, and that's when like you get screened down on Ben Affleck, and he's like ushering people. Like that's where this whole
he's not fighting Doomsday. He's fighting.
No, he's fighting Doomsday.
Yeah, he's fighting Doomsday
in Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, not Darkseid, Doomsday.
Or no, but Doomsday is at the end of that movie. He's fighting
he's also,
Ray Liotta, motherfucker. I am right about this. I know I am. He's fighting another Kryptonian.
Zod.
He's fighting Zod.
Oh, that's right.
In the
That's-
beginning,
He's fighting Zod in the
he's
beginning?
fighting Zod
Yeah,
from Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And that's when like all the fucking buildings are coming down and everything, and it's killing people. And that's when Ben Affleck, Batman's like, "Hey, we need to get out of here." And that's why he has a fucking problem with Superman, is because he's like, "Well, what the fuck?"
Yeah, it's all
Even though that's what happens with superheroes, motherfucker. Some people are gonna die.
Yeah. Fucking and.
But
yeah.
like the general populace like was like, hey, fuck Superman, right? Like that's why Batman was like, Martha and all that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking more like Yawn of Justice.
You're so funny.
I'm so funny.
so and that's kind of so he's just resentful because he dies at the end of Batman versus Superman. So when he gets revived, he starts kicking people's asses.
Well, because he doesn't realize who he is right off the bat. He doesn't remember who he is. Like he's just woken up from the dead, and everything's just kind of weird to him. He doesn't really understand.
But that's just as dumb as the Martha moment for me.
Well, I mean, because it was
Because Lois Lane comes in and she's like, hey,
well, that's what kicks up his.
that's what kicks up his memory, but that's fucking stupid. Because he should be able to see Batman and be like, oh yeah, I sacrificed my life for Batman. I killed Doomsday and killed myself for Batman.
But at this point, they would still kind of be in their rivalry, though, you know?
Right, like it this whole time they were fighting, and like they got together in the end, but as far as he knows, these are all jumbling memories that are happening. So he's like, oh shit, like as his memory's trying to come back, it's
Like, he doesn't know who these people are, like, especially, like, Flash and Cyborg, because he's never seen them before. So they all show up, and he turns around.
Wasn't
and he's
that Gal Gadot's first appearance as Wonder Woman was in Batman vs. Superman 2?
It was.
Yes.
Like, that was before even her movie,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So I mean, it's all just memories coming back, and so when the memories are coming back in a jumble, and so he's like, oh well, fuck you, I remember fighting you, so he makes a beeline for Batman.
Okay.
Because, when he turns around and he sees, like, 4... whoever these people are just, like, staring at him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know they're trying to, like,
Help him.
He just sees a bunch of, like, super people just, like...
And he fucks them up, too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it. He just, like, it's like flicking them away like they're flies.
My favorite part during that whole fight is when I think he's got Aquaman, like, by the throat, and Ezra Miller's, like, running towards him in slow motion.
Well, he's got all 3 of them.
Yeah, he's got them all, and Ezra's running towards him, and you just see Superman go,
Like, his
like,
eyes move.
in normal time,
Yeah.
like, beating, and he's just like, he's like, holy shit, dude, he can,
Yeah.
like,
He can see.
He's not fucking around.
no.
Yeah. Yeah. That would, and it's funny because in the theatrical release, Lois Lane coming over to Batman was Bruce Wayne's idea. He's like, I've got a secret weapon. I got some big guns ready for him. And so when he finds out that when he finds out that Superman's just like fucking them all up, he hits Alfred up and he's like, all right, time to bring in the big guns. And a limo pulls up and Lois Lane comes out of the limo. And but that was like the dumbest fucking thing. Cause like I forgot which one does it. I think it's either Cyborg or Flash, but he goes, that's the big guns?
Oh, okay.
And in the theatrical release, Batman's super quippy.
Yeah, you were saying that.
And in this particular scene, when he like beats the shit out of Batman, he's getting up and he's like, oh, yep, something's bleeding in there. Oh.
What the fuck?
I do like that they left in because this was in both cuts where this one part was, I don't know about the other part, but when the bat signal goes up and Ezra Miller's like, oh, hey, that's your thing up there. That means we gotta go.
Oh, that's your signal.
That's your signal. And he's like, yeah, it is. And then they go meet Commissioner Gordon up on the roof, and then he turns around, like, all dramatically, and he turns back around, and they're all gone except for the Flash, and he just goes, oh, they
really disappear.
Just disappear on you. That's super, super rude of them.
So I'm gonna say something maybe a little controversial.
Go on.
Oh, what else is new?
I'm gonna ignore that. J.K. Simmons?
I really liked J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon.
Not a good Commissioner Gordon.
Oh.
I really liked him. You're wrong.
Well, fuck me too.
I really liked him. You're wrong.
My favorite Commissioner Gordon is and always will be Gary Oldman.
Yeah,
Oh,
was
fuck.
great.
Dude, of course. Yes.
Gary Oldman was the best Commissioner Gordon.
He brought... God damn it, those Nolan movies. What did I say today? What did I say today when we got done watching this movie? What did I say?
Watch The Dark Knight.
Let's watch The Dark Knight. God damn it, Gary Oldman,
about
man.
the animated series Commissioner Gordon, who's
Oh, well,
a
of course.
fucking swole Missioner Gordon.
Yeah. Commissioner Swolden.
Yeah, dude.
I thought that you were talking about the Killing Joke Commissioner Gordon.
Well, that's the same one.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't he get, like, raped by the Joker?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
God, that movie was so horrible. That movie was so...
I remember there was so much hype
I smell
around
cancel
it.
culture.
Like, what was it? The girl that I was seeing just recently, she thought that movie was great. She thought that movie was a masterpiece.
So wait, I thought you didn't like the samurai one.
Also.
I hate that one too. But the Killing Joke animated
you didn't like
movie,
the animated movie?
No,
I
that
thought the
movie
animated
was
movie was pretty good.
garbage, bro.
How?
A sex scene between Batman and Batgirl.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother.
That's.
I want to see it.
That's
Cat titties. Cat ass. Let's
not
see it.
Catwoman.
No,
Batgirl.
Batgirl.
Bat titties.
That's Commissioner Gordon's daughter.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Every woman is somebody's daughter, you know what I'm saying?
You're so stupid.
That's every woman.
Damn it, you're an idiot.
Hey, you don't think about it when you're in them guts, you know what I'm saying?
That's somebody's baby girl. I just can't. Dude, I can't because that's not a
She
thing.
called someone else daddy before you.
Right. That's not a thing anywhere.
No. Never in the history of any
It got me hard as a
Batman.
diamond.
Of course it did. Harder than a diamond in an ice storm. It was just. I mean, it just wasn't
Very
good.
strange. This is a weird take from you.
I love that they got Kevin Conroy back. I love that they got Mark Hamill back. I could not stomach that movie. I could not.
I thought the ending was weird, but But I thought that the ending of the comic was also controversial too.
Right, but I mean, I just think they did not, for me, they didn't do that book justice. The Killing Joke is one of my favorites.
Yeah, you love that.
Absolute favorites.
Yeah.
And just to seeing it the way that it was depicted, dude, it like literally hurt my fanboy sensibilities. Like it did not sit well with me.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm sorry it hurt you, Eddie.
it hurt me bad.
I hope it hurts you more, bitch.
Of course you do, because you're
Fuck
insensitive and you don't.
Fuck you.
You're not my friend. So
You didn't have to go that far. You're still my friend.
anyway, so yeah, we get Superman coming back to life. We get him
Kicking ass.
Which I read an article that kind of had my same thoughts, but like the black suit's not explained, like ever.
Okay, so explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie.
I don't know much Superman.
Fanboyism, motherfucker. Let's hear it. Superman is so lame, dude.
No, he's got some good stories.
It really is.
Like how Batman actually beats him on multiple occasions.
Like
and
using kryptonite or what?
well, not just that. Like there's a part where like they're feuding or whatever. I think they're in Metropolis and not Gotham, and you know how in Batman versus Superman, how Lex Luthor like drops Lois off the top of the building.
Mm-hmm.
So originally, it's Batman has Catwoman kidnap Lois Lane and hang her off the building, and that forces Superman to abandon the fight and go save her. You know, so that's like a
win.
But and then originally there's a novel, graphic novel, and a book called The Death of Superman, and which I'll give Batman v Superman this benefit of the doubt, where Doomsday technically did kill Superman, because in the book, Doomsday literally just pounded him into the ground like so hard and so fast that he couldn't regenerate fast enough from the sun, so he literally just beat the death out of him.
Really?
Like he actually, and then there's like this whole, because I read this novel about it, and it had like big events in the book, kind of had like a drawn picture in it.
Okay.
And it just showed like this crater that Superman was like laying in, and people were like gathered around it. And I remember reading this just going, oh my god,
Yeah.
they killed Superman.
Okay.
But that's just a great fucking story by itself.
So this is the part of the movie when they're like, hey, we somehow need to get him, or did they just be like, all right, we can do it without him? Because that's kind of something I was confused on.
No, they had to have him.
Yeah, but they're like, because they come up with a plan without him. So do they just say like, hey, we can do it without him?
Well, their whole point was to just be like, well,
The whole thing was to get the box so that they could get
well, no,
him back. wasn't
they
it?
they realized that they could use the box to do that.
Yeah.
But what their original plan was to just go at it alone, like to just go at it not alone, but as the Five.
Well, so what I'm talking about though is that like after Superman comes back and they think he's bad, so they're like. And then after that, they're like, okay, well, we can't use him because he doesn't fucking understand what's going on. So then they're like, all right, we'll just do it by ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and even then, though, he Batman still had that faith that he would return and be like, all right,
Yeah.
time to do that.
And he does.
Right. And so what the black suit is after the death of Superman in the comics, another like arc came about called the Reign of Superman.
Okay.
And this is where we see Superboy, we see Steel, we see just like a bunch of other super people. And what the black suit is, it's actually a regeneration suit. It's meant to more aggressively receive the yellow sun's rays
Okay.
to regenerate him faster.
Because
What's,
black brings in heat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What was I want to just say Bizarro Superman, but what was he had a name, didn't he?
Bizarro?
Like, was it just Bizarro?
Yeah, it
or-
was just Bizarro.
Okay.
Yeah, and Bizarro was like this Superman clone that went completely awry. And so he just kind of talks like the Hulk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he like it like the blue is purple, so it's like purple and red, and he's just kind of like decayed.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
this is they talk a lot. There's a lot of exposition about what they got to do. They obviously cut their ties. They're like, all right, if he shows up, he shows up. If not, then whatever. And then this is when they go in their plan about using Cyborg to
hack into the
mother box.
Right. And so their idea is that Cyborg would stream into the mother boxes and he would separate them by himself.
So now we can just jump into Endgame, where it's like, okay, we have a plan. Cyborg's fucking with the terraformer cube thing from
Mother
Transformers. Boxes. You know what I'm talking about? The Tesseract. He's fucking with the Tesseract from
Mother
Transformers.
boxes have been around before both of those things. Okay? Let's be clear.
Cybertron, they need the Tesseract box to turn Xboxes into Transformers and shit.
Transformer.
It's a fucking Transformer. Hey guys, look, I found a Transformer.
Yeah, I'll show you your mother's box right fucking
Oh, dude,
here.
I fucking
This
did.
fucking big.
What? So this is like, because the whole time I was thinking during the movie, I'm like, Batman's kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, he's not really doing anything, and then he kind of shows me up in this next part where he fucking drives through in the Batmobile and just fucks all these guys up, man.
I really wish Ben Affleck would come back to Batman.
He's confirmed to not be Batman anymore, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
That's
just
so
wish
sad.
that we'd get some other movie like this done by Snyder. But, like, there's none of that happening
Oh, yeah.
from this point on.
Yeah.
So Schneider's done.
Schneider.
Snyder's done.
Zack Snyder isn't doing Justice League anymore.
Zack Snyder didn't do Justice League justice. Huh?
I got it. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are not. Ben Affleck was pretty much cyberbullied out of the fucking role.
Which sucks, man. I liked him.
I thought
in
he
this
was
role,
so
dude.
great, especially because he's doing Dark Knight Returns Batman, and
Yeah.
you know that's another one of my favorite Batman stories, where just Bruce Wayne's old and he's just still trying to do the thing. But
My favorite is Frank Miller's The Dark Knight.
yeah, Frank Miller's The Dark Knight is one of the best.
Well, that's where we get another gray suit, blue cowl.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Another good Batman is Batman Year One. That is one of the dopest.
Were they referencing a Batman universe at the end of this movie?
I'm not sure.
Because the way that, like, Batman was dressed, I'm like, that I've seen that somewhere.
So yeah, let's finish this up, because that's the real meat and potatoes of what I want to know is what the fuck is happening at the end of this movie. Right. So eventually they save the world, right? They fucking kill Steppenwolf, right? And you know, as the Flash goes through time travel, saves everyone, which I thought was a really cool scene, because like you see Superman being like blown apart and then like
everybody
like reanimated back, and like you see his bones and everything. I thought that was cool. So at this point, the movie's over, and then we have epilogue. And so the epilogue is really weird for me, because the pacing is also fucking weird for this part too. So we end up like it's the honeymoon phase, right? Everything's all good, and then all of a sudden it's fucking the Martian. No, that's the very end of the movie. So he's having this dream, right? That's a dream of what's going on.
It's called the nightmare sequence.
Okay.
Night spelled like Dark Knight, like nightmare.
Oh, okay.
Nightmare.
This and this is where this is like a future where Darkseid is won, and he.
Okay, so Darkseid has one. Darkseid is part of this, because I thought it was just Superman had turned evil. Okay, enlighten me. Tell me.
Told you. You got
Give me the
debated.
shit. Manja. Give me the shit.
Hold on. So, the Nightmare was just this like super long conflict that that occurs in a possible future where the whole insurgency or whatever fights to overthrow Superman's regime, because Superman does preside over Earth. But what happens is that Darkseid kills Lois Lane.
Okay.
And so that leaves Superman susceptible to the anti-life equation.
What is the anti-life equation?
So the anti-life equation is what the three mother boxes were trying to bring about.
Okay.
Where you just rebuild, you kind of just destroy and
Cleanse
rebuild
everything.
Yeah, and just kind of rebuild it in a certain image.
So it's like the snap.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But instead of half of the people leaving, it kind of just destroys everything, and then it is brought back.
So it's like a big bang.
So it's like the third impact.
I'm thinking more like the Reaper incident from Mass Effect, where it's like these things come around every once in a while and just wipe out all life in the galaxy.
Wasn't that what Darkseid's thing was? He just show up and
Well, because what he does is when he rebuilds it using the anti-life equation and the mother boxes, he is able to rebuild them how he wants them, how he sees fit.
Okay.
So
so in a sense, yeah, but it's not like every so
Yes,
often. It's just a one-time
But
thing.
actually, no.
Okay.
So at some point in an alternate future, Lois Lane was killed by Darkseid, with Batman and the rest of humanity having been unable to prevent it. Consumed with grief, Superman was left susceptible to Darkseid's anti-life equation and allied himself with the forces of Apocalypse, becoming a dark, tyrannical ruler of the planet.
Okay.
Earth was successfully terraformed by the mother boxes, with Superman devastating the communities of flora and fauna with homicidal glee, is what this wiki article is saying.
Okay.
At which point Darkseid scorched an Omega symbol into the dried up harbor of Gotham City. The regime was founded to aid Superman in his totalitarian regime of Earth, mercilessly killing anybody who opposed him. Batman promptly founded the insurgency in order to combat this new threat, thus beginning a long conflict. The war was long and hard, transforming Earth into an apocalyptic wasteland. Among those killed in this future were Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Which is why you see
Wonder Woman dies too?
Mm-hmm. Whose weapons could be seen lying broken in the ruins of Justice League's headquarters.
Yeah, I saw Amber Heard had replaced Aquaman, and I was like, oh no.
So, their deaths left respective homes of Atlantis and Themyscira devastated by and vulnerable to attack by Darkseid's forces. At some point, Harley Quinn died in Batman's arms, and her final words being a request for Batman to kill the Joker slowly.
Yeah, okay. And that's their whole conversation too. And this is also where we get what's his name's Joker again.
This is where we get Jared Leto's Joker, yeah. And
And I liked it.
Personally, the laugh doesn't work for me. I've said this before.
Yeah.
But his banter, and I feel like it only works with Ben Affleck's Batman because he's so dour.
Mm-hmm.
But like the reach around joke and all that shit, I feel like that fucking works, man.
No, I liked the back and forth between Ben Affleck and Jared Leto. And fun fact, they never saw each other during the filming of the movie.
Really?
So these were...
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So like the whole "I'll fucking kill you," he didn't even look at him?
He wasn't even looking at it.
Interesting.
Yeah, because if you look at it, they never like touch each other. They're
not even in the same shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
He was
yeah,
looking
the
at-
laugh, that ridiculous
It just doesn't
cackle.
work. It just doesn't work.
It doesn't.
It almost kind of makes me think if this door is open for a Joker that doesn't laugh. I know that's like blasphemous, But, like, what if... Because if Jared Leto's in for the long haul and we're going with him for a while, you know, we don't go with Joaquin Phoenix, which is, again, home fucking run with that. Like, why are we not doing this? You know? Like, Arthur Fleck and all this shit. Like, it really... I want to watch that movie again, too, because it's so great. But, like, if Jared Leto is in the long haul for these movies, why not do something really weird with him? Where he just doesn't laugh. You know what I'm saying?
I get
Does this register with you?
I get what you're saying. It just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work.
Well, he's still a funny guy.
He's still a funny guy, but
like, just level with me here for a minute.
Okay.
So, but what if he doesn't? What if he has like these jokes and everything? He's funny, but like in that really fucking evil way. But he doesn't do that.
I don't see it. I just don't see it.
It's a better fucking idea than having him tattooed.
It's true.
With damaged on his fucking forehead.
It's true. It's true. The Clown Prince of Crime Joker was not portrayed well by Jared Leto. Because the Clown Prince of Crime is a dope Joker, but it's not
Jared Leto.
It's not Jared. Yeah.
I will say it was not portrayed well by whoever did that movie. Was it Ayer?
Yeah, that was Ayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think he did fine, like, playing the Joker. It's just the direction they went in that was just dog shit.
I can't see a Joker without a laugh. Because the laugh is what brings out the maniac in him. If he's not laughing, he's not maniacal. He's just some asshole.
He ain't laughing, he ain't the Joker.
Yeah.
So what if he just has like different mannerisms? So he just doesn't have the manic laugh, but he has like a giggle.
If he has a giggle, he has a something.
Would a giggle work for you instead of a laugh?
I mean,
would that do it for you, Eddie?
I would do with just a different laugh. I can't like the Joker to me.
I think he's too far gone.
The Joker to me is just it's just not.
I think the Joaquin Phoenix laugh raised the bar, and then it's like, oh, what is this? What is this?
Nah, who raised the fucking bar was Mark Hamill.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Mark Hamill had the bar for everything.
In recent
That
times,
I see what you're saying.
And I feel like Jared Leto wanted to be so far away from Mark Hamill's.
He was doing Heath Ledger. That's all he did. Is that he just did Heath Ledger over again in a worse way.
Right, because Heath Ledger's laugh was way good.
Well, and then there's the whole idea of like him method acting and everything, and like delving into a deep place, but Leto did this weird fucking thing where he was like mailing used condoms to Will Smith. I don't. You know what I mean? Like I just don't really get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
But his dialogue in this movie works really well, and I would pay money to see a Ben Affleck Joker movie.
I would pay money to see the end of this movie turned into a movie, like leading up to that.
I mean, isn't that what this is all about?
No,
like,
there's like, this is it.
Really?
That's
It's
why.
so
That's
So
why
why
I've
do
been
they?
saying,
Why do
like,
you blue ball me so bad if you're not gonna do anything about it? Like with the Martian Manhunter at the end and everything.
It could lead to something made by somebody else.
But it's not going to be a Snyder.
So and
They're not gonna be a Schneider. Yeah.
so what?
Schneider.
I would love to talk like the new cameos in this. So we got Iris West.
I wish West Allen.
We get Iris West Allen. We get the Martian Manhunter.
Which wasn't... So, the Iris West Allen wasn't the one from The Flash. But the Martian Manhunter was the same guy from Supergirl, wasn't he? That was the same actor, right?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
IMDb that.
It's just his toy. His toy's funny.
That's the guy that was
Yeah, wasn't that the guy from...
Justice League. No.
Yeah. Scroll down. Are you sure? Go to his credits.
Yeah. Supergirl was his
Okay.
latest.
Maybe they just look similar then.
They do look similar
Yeah.
because I think the Justice League Martian Manhunter is the Allstate guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's
You're in good hands.
Yeah,
They do look very similar though.
they do. Yeah,
Like they have the same kind of facial structure,
Okay.
but
so yeah, we get Martian Manhunter. One of the lesser known cameos is Ryan Choi,
yeah,
who's the assistant to Silas Stone, who's Victor's dad. Ryan Choi in the comics is the second iteration of the Atom,
Oh, okay.
who is like the Ant-Man of.
Okay.
So
that's who Brandon Routh plays.
Yeah,
in
Brandon Routh plays
Legends of Tomorrow. Right?
Yeah, he plays the Atom.
So we're really not going to get anything else.
Not from Schneider.
That fucking blows.
I know.
That fucking blows, bro.
Yeah, I would
They
like
could
it.
just as easily do that whole Nightmare timeline as another fucking movie.
Yeah.
And it would be, I think it would be good.
Well, I mean, it's funny because Injustice: Gods Among Us, that's part of like the Nightmare storyline.
Yeah.
Really?
The storyline where Lois Lane dies.
Leave it to video games to just do everything better.
Right.
Well, that's really all I had to say about Schneider Cut. I like it.
I thought it was great. Honestly, I thought that it was a very redeeming movie.
It's a good movie. It's good. The length it can deter you, whether you... It just depends on who you are as a person, I guess. Which, 90% of people will just absolutely binge anything, so I don't really see it being that big of a deal. But I do think it's a good movie. It's entertaining. It gets a little lost in the weeds here and there, but the characters are good. I still really like Batfleck. Like it's
I love that flick.
100%.
I'm super excited though for Pattinson.
That's right. I forgot that was a thing.
I
watched that trailer way more than I should. That's a good fucking trailer,
dude. Honestly, I have the utmost faith in Robert Pattinson.
It's done filming.
Dude, especially after watching the fucking Lighthouse, dude. Like, that is
Oh
just
my
still need to watch
holy
that movie.
shit.
That movie is something.
Did you watch that Good Times movie with him in it?
Mm-mm.
It's called Good Times. He is like a shitty dude in New York, but he's got like a mentally handicapped brother, and they rob a bank together.
Oh damn!
And they're like, he like gets picked up. I only made it like halfway through the movie because I thought it was actually kind of boring. But it seems like an interesting movie, and Pattinson is fucking amazing in that movie.
The Lighthouse is definitely a slow burn, but like...
Dude, it's Willem Dafoe. I'll watch anything.
I'm just
with Willem
saying, if you
Dafoe.
want to see, well, obviously, Dafoe's acting chops, but like after watching that, I'm just like, dude, Pattinson is an acting god. Like,
Yeah.
He was
Interesting.
also in a movie called Remember Me.
Y'all remember that movie? Remember Me?
So
Remember.
It's a love story.
Not John Green. What are the...
Nicholas Sparks.
Yeah, it's one of those fucking Nicholas Sparks movies. And so you think that it's like this like sweet romance movie until you hear like in the background about a terrorist attack, and he dies in the fucking World Trade Center. Like, and
He dies in 9/11.
yeah, he just
Damn.
fucking dies.
That's off the hotness of Twilight, though, huh? That was like...
No, it is.
Is it before Twilight? I don't think so. I think
he
it's
was in 0 movies before Twilight.
He was in Harry Potter.
I remember always thinking that he looked like he had Down syndrome.
So he was. So the third Twilight movie came out the same year as this one.
Yeah, so he was hot. He was hot.
Hot to trot.
Big time. He was a big time Hollywood actor. I don't know, man. And this is obviously something that we're never going to get again with Ben Affleck. Because Pattinson is definitely going to come in and wear the crown. I don't know. It's interesting, and it sucks because there's so much lead up towards future projects with this movie.
Yeah.
But
Oh, another cameo that I forgot to talk about. She gets no speaking parts. She is hardly in the movie. She's in the movie maybe 2 or 3 scenes. But if you look to the right of Apocalypse, there's an older woman.
Yes. Who is that?
That's Granny Goodness.
Granny Goodness.
She is a new god, and she's Darkseid's second lieutenant. She runs this orphanage, and she is it's like an orphanage on Apocalypse.
Okay.
And she's also the leader of, I believe it's called the Female Furies. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, she's literally his left hand, and she's don't let the name fool you. Pretty much, she's
Granny Goodness ain't got no goodness in her.
no man. She'll give you the goodness. Like
Oh.
she's invulnerable, superhuman strength, stamina, reflexes, toxic immunity. Like
Okay.
she is nothing. She ain't nothing to fuck with.
You can't be mean to her.
Right. But yeah, that's Granny
Huh.
Goodness. So, and if we do end up getting another Superman with a dark side in it, I hope that she's in there, because that would be.
So, is Cavill in talks to be Superman anymore?
He's done.
Really?
He's done.
I don't know, bro.
I forgot who it was. J.J. Abrams is doing a new Superman, and it's not having Henry Cavill in it.
What a mess.
So it's not good. Won't be good.
I don't know. I like J.J. Abrams, so
He's alright.
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking the same thing when at first when I saw Ben Affleck was going to be Batman, and that I did a whole 180 there. And then obviously when I found out about Pattinson, I felt the same way, but that's obviously going to be remaining to be seen, and I'm already like 100% behind it. And the movie hasn't even come out yet, but so it's just like, I don't know. I mean, we've had a bunch of different Supermans, and Cavill was like in recent years, like probably like one of the best ones.
yeah.
I really
so
like
it's gonna
him
be
as
it's just gonna be
Superman.
weird seeing another Superman.
He's kind of
And
perfect.
They are using Supergirl's Superman for Superman and Lois.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they are. What the hell is his name?
I don't know.
But yeah, no, they are. And I believe it's the same Lois too.
Amy Adams?
Amy Adams?
No, from
From Supergirl.
Supergirl. What are your guys' ratings from 1 to 10?
I think I gave it I came up with like an 8, I think.
Yeah, and that's where I give it, because I gave the theatrical cut a 4.
Very strong 7 for me.
Same.
And if you're interested in GameSpot's rating, it's a solid 3.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
It's less entertaining than watching paint dry, apparently, to them.
Fuck off. GameSpot also has Cali Plaggy, so fuck them.
Well, that concludes our episode on the Justice League. We hope you enjoyed it. As always, you can follow us on social media. On Facebook at the Nerd Corporation Podcast.
On Twitter and Instagram at Nerdcourt Podcast.
Or you can shoot us an email at nerdcorepodcast@gmail.com.
And if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search the Nerd Corporation and look out for our green NC logo.
And if you want more Snyder Cuts, subscribe to our Patreon. Patreon.com/NerdCourtPodcast. Several tiers of loot to have access to, from stickers and shirts to extra content and bonus episodes, starting at only $1 a month.
$1. $1. You know what you can buy with $1? Not a lot.
Not a lot these
Not a
days.
lot.
But you can get a Patreon subscription.
Hey.
If you can't make a monthly commitment, consider supporting us on PayPal. PayPal.me/NerdCourtPodcast. We want to have the best loot, best equipment, and give you the best nerdy listening experience, and that is the best way to do that. So for the Nerd Corporation, my name is Eddie Lyon.
I'm Cole Simper.
I'm Nick Lewis.
And I'm Angela Wooden.
Keep it nerdy, y'all.